everyone, Agent Fluffy here, and welcome to my Let's Play of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, Justice for All, Farewell My Turnabout, Part 22. Let's continue on with the investigation. So, what do you guys think of my performance with Matt on guard for that little breakdown in the last part? Just let me know in the comments below as well. But anyway, let's talk to Edgeworth. I'm a lawyer, but to fight for someone who is clearly a killer. Matt on guard. That man is really... Ugh! It doesn't matter who. Every person deserves a proper defense in a fair trial. Isn't that the basis of our judicial system? Proper defense? But what exactly is that? Is it where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gives the acquittal through shouting and trickery? Ironic that you, of all people, should say such a thing. Isn't that exactly how you have fought for your clients up until now? Well, that may be true, but that's because I believed my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. But if I were to get on guard and acquittal, that isn't a proper defense at all. I became a lawyer because I thought I could save people who were suffering and in pain. But when I look at this mess we're in, I can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do! Right? Would you get a hold yourself? You have it all wrong. Huh? We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. You want to save someone? That's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say?
That's...
You are a defense attorney. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do. But people like you and Franziska von Karma are always using all you have to pin me down. You fight to the very end, even when you know the truth is not with you. But I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict for a man I clearly know to be guilty. Franziska, she fights for herself. The only thing she fights for is her perfect win record. That's all. And? Isn't that the same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You were so petty! I see. Now I understand why you despise me so. However, you are mistaken. What do you... Thanks to you, when you sealed off my path to a perfect win record, I began to realize the error of my ways. I realized that things such as a perfect record were meaningless.
What?
I don't believe you. Are you saying that is why you left the prosecutor's office? But then, why? Why are you here now? The answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith you will see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. But if you can't, then you will be powerless to change the ending of this story. Ooh.
Mr. Nick! The transceiver!
I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Now then, Mr. Attorney, do you wager you can obtain an acquittal tomorrow? My, what is the matter, Mr. Attorney? I don't sense your usual anger this time. Tell me, please, why are you holding Maya hostage for Mr. Unguard's sake? Why are you doing this for that cold-blooded killer? Right? Please don't misunderstand things. He is my client. Don't toy with me! A man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer himself! I believe you were asking me for a reason as to why I am doing what I am. Yeah. This is what I like to call my aftercare. What in the heck is aftercare? My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity, Mr. Attorney. I take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls upon my clients for my handiwork. That is what is called a client. That is what is called client relations, and is a part of That is what is called client relations, and it is a part of an assassin's duty. An assassin's duty? We were unlucky this time, and my client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to do to enlist your expert help, Mr. Attorney, and to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end. What is your name? I believe I told you once before, however. You did, but my name is Dekiller. Shelly Dekiller. You're Shelly Dekiller? Please keep in mind you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As a Dekiller, I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up your end of the bargain, Maya! It would be my duty as an assassin to see to it she receives a nice, long nap.
No!
Now then, if you'll excuse me, if someone were to trace this signal back to me, it would be quite troublesome. Kitty?
Missing Maya! Missing Maya!
I don't know what to say. Edgeworth! Did you hear that? At the end of the transmission?
Meow!
Huh? Oh, that. It sounded like a cat.
A cat?
It can't be. That cat. Can it?
What is it?
I know where Shelly Dekiller is holding Maya hostage. Edgeworth! Have all police units head for On Guard Mansion immediately! Alright. You hurry there. Alright. You hurry over as well then. Don't lose hope yet, Pearls. The fight has only just begun.
Yeah!
Let's go. Woo! Man, oh man, this is gonna be good. My God. Maya!
Please answer us! Missing Maya!
We have this area completely surrounded. There is no way for him to escape. Assuming he's still in the area. I can't believe it. That butler. All this time, he was the killer. He and On Guard were working together all this time. I'm sure they had worked out a contingency plan ahead of time.
Oh! It's a figurine of a bear! Well, there are lots of cuts on it for some reason.
Let's see. A bear? Is that more of a thing for Miss Akarita? Why would something like this be here? Right. Look down. There's a little pet door installed here.
I'm sure that's for Shu.
Do you think that this came through that little door? This door! It's locked! Well, I'm pretty used to breaking down doors by now. Let's go, Edgeworth! Oh! Ugh! There's no one here! From the looks of this room, I would say this is On Guard's private lounge. Look at this, right. An antennae for sending and receiving radio signals in a VCR. Check inside the desk. If there's a tape, it would be an important piece of evidence. If we're lucky, it'll have the moment the crime was committed recorded on it. I'm sorry, but the tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found.
No.
But there's no mistake that someone used this to record something. It looks like someone took the tape we're looking for and escaped with it. Oy. It's on Gar's computer. Maya, why couldn't you use this to get help?
Mr. Nick, where's the power switch?
Oh, I get it. So that's what happened. She couldn't find the power switch. The power switch. It's a very small table. I bet we could barely squeeze 3 pearls on there.
Well, you wouldn't sit on a table to begin with, Mr. Nick. There's a little door for shoe in this big door.
I'm sure Maya used this door to shove this out there. I'm sure it was her. Every time you give me some piece of evidence, it's always the most crucial piece. This time too, I'm sure. Oh man. It's a VCR and antenna. The footage that the spy camera took of the scene of the crime was beamed here and recorded on tape.
If only you had that tape, it would have been really helpful.
I can't read all the labels, but this is a very large collection of videotapes. Looks like On Guard taped all of his own shows. A huge television and speakers loom largely here. I'm sure if Maya saw this, she'd say,
I would die a happy samurai fan if I could see the nickel samurai on the TV like this.
yeah, that's what she'd say. I can't believe I just made a joke about Maya, all things considered. Man, what a spacious sofa. I bet 10 pearls would fit in on here.
I don't think 10 of me would fit, Mr. Nick.
Let's see. We searched all over, but it looks like he got away. I'm sorry. It looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time. And now, we've lost our only lead. Don't give up yet. That little girl is looking to you to be her pillar. Yeah, you're right. We're close, I can tell. We've already set up checkpoints along every route leading out of this district. Leave the rest to us. Maya. This looks like a picture of Miss Impax. With love, Celeste.
Miss Impax? You mean...
Yes, Mr. Kurita's former manager.
Why would a picture of Miss Impax be here in Mr. Ungar's mansion?
And why does it say with love? This might be a clue.
Ah!
What's wrong, Pearls?
Please let me see that picture frame.
Huh? What's so special about the frame?
On the back. There's something written on the back of the frame. Maya. It's Mystic Maya. She left us a message.
What?
I thought you'd come. I knew you would. Now listen up. You better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay?
If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Ever!
I'm fine, so you don't need to worry. There's so much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Pearly, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's gotta watch out for the helpless lunk. That's it for now, Nick. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. That's my... No! Mystic Maya!
Right. What's wrong? Why the blank stare? Oh, nothing. We searched the house, and this is the last room. It looks like he eluded us. Edgeworth. Yes? As far as clues go, I think this is about all I'm going to get. But I'm still short one last thing. And what is that? Miss Andrews' psyche lock. If I could just find out what secret she's holding, then I think I stand a chance in court tomorrow to blow this case wide open and expose the truth. I think I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention center. Thanks, Edgeworth. Well, let's go, Pearls. It's time to open that last lock. Oh my god. Oh my god. Good evening, Mr. Wright. What's wrong? You look ill. Miss Andrews, I have come to remove your psyche lock. Psyche lock? I want to know, and you will tell me your secret. Fine, go ahead. Try to break me. You can. Let's go. Why frame him? Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. On Guard for the murder? I've already told you countless times. It's because I thought Matt was the killer. No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. On Guard. Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge. So you are saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt, and that's why? Well, what an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for. Miss Andrews, a woman who lives by being dependent on other people. There is something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. Are you trying to help or hurt Matt with what you're doing? Huh? What do you mean? This random haphazard throwing out evidence you're so fond of doing. But that's not what I was trying to do at all. Then refrain from doing it anymore. I guess I screwed up big again. So, you were saying I was taking out my revenge on Matt, and that's why? What an absurd idea. I don't have anything I can take What an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for. Miss Andrews, a woman who lives by being dependent on other people. There's something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. It's her. Celeste! There is only one catalyst that could cause such strong feelings and even revenge. And that is Miss Impact's suicide. What are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. On top of that, the one who hid her suicide note was also Juan. What does all this have to do with Matt? You're right. You haven't mentioned him yet. But for you to hate Mr. On Guard, it would mean that he must have had some relation to Miss Impact and her suicide. Can you explain to me this relation between Celeste and Matt? Let's see. It's right here in this photo. This is a photo of Miss Impact's, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though. With love, Celeste. This is Miss Impact's handwriting, isn't it? Where did you find this? No, that's all right. It was a rhetorical question. Yeah, it is. I found this at Mr. On Guard's mansion. And after all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed. Celeste. She was supposed to get married to Juan. Yes, but I heard that it didn't work out.
Because Mr. Karita didn't want to get married to her anymore, right?
Yes, because of Matt.
Because of Mr. Ungard? What do you mean?
I think I can see where this is going. Celeste. She was Matt's manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at the time. I was working part-time back then, and I often saw the two of them together. So that's why, with love, Celeste is written on the frame of that picture. They were a couple. Let's see.
They were a couple, weren't they?
It wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used, toyed with, until she was thrown away.
That's so horrible.
Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal would have destroyed that. Which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved over to Worldwide Studios. And that is where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan were such a good match that they were even planning to get married. And then it was suddenly called off. On the night Juan called their marriage off, Celeste, she killed herself. And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and for myself. I'm sure even you can guess why Juan called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste. I see. So that's what happened.
But then why did Mr. Kurita have to call off the wedding? I don't understand at all.
It was probably because of his worthless male pride. Juan and Matt were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Juan. He was aiming for when it would hurt Juan the most.
Poor Mr. Max.
That wasn't the end of it. That day, I'm almost certain that Celeste left a suicide note behind. And in that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds, and so that she would never again be hurt by Matt, she chose to die. Then, when Juan discovered her body, he hid her note.
But why would he do that?
It's simple. Juan realized that note was a powerful weapon against Matt, and it would be especially damaging to his refreshing like a spring breeze image. In any case, with his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge. Revenge? There's that word again. Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that suicide note. At a time that would cause Matt the most damage, of course. And that was at the press conference after the stage show. I know all about it because I've heard it all from Juan. It was so I could find out about all this that I drew close to Juan to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. That night, when I found Juan's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two were always spying on one another, after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. I was going to burn it. I even brought a lighter. But I couldn't find the suicide note, and that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was going to bring them my own kind of cruel revenge. Celeste was killed by those two monsters. So when I stabbed Juan's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt.
And that's all I had to say. Well, Mr. Wright, even knowing all this, are you still going to help that man?
I'm a lawyer.
I see. What a foul profession.
Thank you very much for your time and for talking with me.
It was no big deal. I couldn't sleep anyway.
I can't sleep either. Not with Maya's situation, or with what I know now. To be continued. Alright, this is a perfect place for me to stop right here. So, in the next part, we're gonna go to the final trial of the final case. Be prepared, everybody, because it's going to be a wild, wild ride. For certain. So, this has been Agent Fluffy, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Hey everyone, Agent Fluffy here, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you want to support me even more, feel free to support my Patreon. The links are right here.